Hello, today I'm going to guide you on how to make effective LinkedIn profile. Remember, more than 2 users sign up for LinkedIn every second in the world. While you create your LinkedIn roadmap or while you're creating your LinkedIn profile, you need to understand the 3 stages of the same. Stage 1, where you are there creating your profile with an objective of making it look credible and visible to the audience. Stage 2, where you start developing your strategy in order to reach out to the larger audience by having some common goals. And stage 3, where you publish some content in order to engage the audience and take your relationship with the audience to next level by positioning yourself as a thought leader in their minds. So today's agenda is about how do we polish our LinkedIn profile, how to promote our profile, and how to add connections. Now, some of the important components of LinkedIn profile. So as we go through the session, we will practically also drive this. So I will request you to log in to linkedin.com simultaneously as I take you through this session. LinkedIn is very important because when people try to search for you, your social networking sites come on the top list, and of which LinkedIn is on the top 3. Sometimes you see your LinkedIn first and then comes your Twitter and then Facebook, or sometimes you see your Twitter first and then comes your LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is essential because it is now the Rolodex for your professional world, or it is also about how you want to position yourself on your career growth. So LinkedIn has almost replaced resume in various companies out here in India as well as across the world. So you have to be on LinkedIn for sure if you're looking for a professional growth, or if you're looking for a career change, or for thought leadership. LinkedIn is very, very important because professional connections are easily maintained through LinkedIn with the advancements of allowing people to wish other network members on their birthdays or on their job change or their title change. It becomes all the more easier for someone to create or maintain healthier relationship on LinkedIn. This is a profile of Neil Devitt. He is one of the LinkedIn experts out there, and he tried to help people creating amazing LinkedIn profiles. Now, if you look at his LinkedIn profile, he has a professional photograph. He has included keywords in his headline. So most of us basically have a professional headline as XYZ at Genpact, or social media executive at Ecomi, or design executive at a leading advertising agency. So that is something which is very common amongst all the other people out there. So for you to stand distinguished, LinkedIn gives you some more space, and that's why it calls it a professional headline. So for you to have a professional headline, apart from your job designation as well as the company that you work for, you should also add some words which basically helps you to be on the top list when people are trying to search for skills. Your skills should be also mentioned in your Twitter, in your LinkedIn bio. Your skills should also be mentioned in your LinkedIn professional headline for much smarter. Your skills should also be mentioned on the LinkedIn profile for better visibility. Plus, you should also add some credibility building factors like award-winning campaigns design, 20 plus years of experience in professional management, etc., etc. Something that basically makes people know that you are just not a particular person in a particular organization. You're also having some of the other qualities, or these are some of your achievements that can be read in those 2 lines that you mentioned in your professional headline. Your URL is very important. You need to customize this URL because customization of URL can help you place this URL in your business cards or your email signature, and looks all the more professional. If you're not going to customize this URL, it's going to be some random numbers out there which you would not want to copy and paste it in your business card. So have this LinkedIn profile customized. As we saw in our last session on Twitter, it is best to have the same username that you've used for Twitter, so that there's a common username across all social media channels for your personal branding on social media. You need to also have a summary out there in format of bullet points. Most of us write summaries in paragraphs. Nobody has got time to read them. So it's important that you put across 10 pointers that defines you in a storytelling way, that how you started your career, how did you grow, what did you learn, and what you are today. So summary is the best way for you to tell what you are and let people read about you instead of going down, scrolling your profile and discovering. It's best that you have a summary in place. So now let's practically get involved in this process. I'm creating a LinkedIn profile for Simran Partnering. So once you log on to your profile, click on profile, click on edit profile. Below your name you see your designation and your company. Click on that. Add some more words that basically helps you increase visibility as well as credibility. Customize your URL. To customize your URL, you have to click on this particular icon that you observe here below your profile badge. Once you click on that, you see your option called create your custom URL. For Simran, we had created a Twitter username called Patni Simran, so we'll try to create the same here. So Patni Simran is available. Now that's her official LinkedIn URL. Go back to profile, click on edit profile, add a photograph. Your photograph can be casual or professional. Let it not be very serious. Proceed further. Here is another example of LinkedIn profile where I have the designation, keyword digital marketing consultant, digital marketing author, digital marketing speaker, digital marketing professional, social media marketing consultant, social media marketing author, social media marketing speaker. So these are some of the keywords which I have incorporated here. There is a customized URL. The summary is written in bullet format. So it is suggestive that you proceed further. Add summary tab to your account by listing down everything about your work in bullet formats. Remember, you cannot write more than 1,000 characters, so there is a limitation out there. So keep it crisp and smarter. You can add some skills to your LinkedIn profile, and the best way for you to get endorsements for your skills are by endorsing someone else's skill. So you're more likely to get the endorsement back. The only speciality is that it will help you in increasing your search visibility on LinkedIn. Complete your experiences, talk about your interests, talk about your education and all the other data which is required. Some of the important components that you can add to your LinkedIn profile are honors and awards, organizations and publications. If you have written any book or you have authored any particular report. If you're part of any NGO, you should put it across out here. So to make your LinkedIn profile credible as well as visible, incorporate keywords in professional headline, have a professional photograph, have a customized URL, have bullet point format summary about yourself on LinkedIn in the summary section, have skills mentioned, have all the other important data about education, about your past work experience, about the NGOs, about the honors and awards you have received. Now your next step is to basically increase your connections and invite more people. So one of the best way to grow your connections and reach out to larger audience is to search for relevant groups. So click on this icon, go for groups and search for groups on the basis of the keywords. For example, my interest is digital marketing. I'm searching for groups related to digital marketing. So this group has about 8,76,627 members, and there are about 1 lakh plus recent discussions. So I might want to join this. A person can join close to about 50 groups on LinkedIn. LinkedIn groups is one of the best way for you to grow your contacts and make your content reach to maximum audience. So if you are going to publish content in the future, it's good that you are part of these community and you're an active member, because when you are going to publish a content and you're going to amplify it on these communities out there, there are higher chances for you to drive more traffic through LinkedIn groups. Plus, it will also immensely help you in positioning yourself as thought leader in these communities out there. So there are many groups out there with the subject of your interest. You can even find out groups relevant to entrepreneurship in your city, and you should join them. After you join groups on LinkedIn, most of us basically have a personal email ID connected with a LinkedIn profile. Many of them do not know that they can also add professional email IDs to the LinkedIn profile. It's necessary that you add your professional email IDs also to LinkedIn profile, because you can't create two profiles, one for your personal connections or for professional connections on LinkedIn. because duplication of profile is not a great idea on LinkedIn. So for you to add your professional email ID to your current LinkedIn profile, just move your cursor to this icon on the top right, click on privacy and settings. There's an option called manage, click on that. Here you have an option which says add primary or secondary email ID, in which you can go and add your other professional email IDs out there. You can make your personal email ID as your primary address, and you can make your professional email ID as secondary address. So that even when you are trying to change your professional email IDs in the future, your personal email ID keeps your LinkedIn profile intact. Now that you have created your profile with all the important ingredients out there, you need to add contacts, and these are some of the interesting ways for you to build your contacts. When you go on My Network and click on Add Contacts, you can sync your Gmail ID with your LinkedIn, that's where all your Gmail contacts get synced with LinkedIn. And in fact, you can manage your Gmail contacts using LinkedIn, which is the brilliant move here. You also have other options like inviting people by email. So this is one of my favorite options out there. For example, I go to various events and summits, and I collect a lot of business cards. And eventually these business cards, I do not preserve them for a very long duration, and I sometimes don't even remember whose business card it was, because you collect so many, right? Most of us end up throwing these visiting cards if it's so many, and after 2-3 years you don't even remember who they are. So I basically take these visiting cards and take the email IDs from them. So I type it down here. So if you want to send me an invitation, you can just go and do this process and type down my email ID, and you can type down other email IDs of the team EchoMe. Now once you send invitation through this process, it will automatically send invites to all the participants. So you can add as many email IDs as possible. You can also upload those email IDs in format of CSV. You have an option like that as well. So that's one of the best ways for you to grow your contacts on LinkedIn. The other way is to fetch your Gmail contacts to LinkedIn. LinkedIn has launched this tool called linkedin.com/contacts. You also have the apps for the same on your mobile phone. You can go on contacts.linkedin.com and download the application. Now, LinkedIn Contacts helps you in maintaining the relationship with people, in segregating the people who are already connected with you on your LinkedIn profile. For example, today I have 3,000 plus people on my LinkedIn connections, but sometimes you don't even remember who they all are. So for you to segregate people, this particular platform, contacts, linkedin.com/contacts, can help you immensely in order to reach out to people on special occasions. So today, these are some of the special occasions that I see on LinkedIn. So I can wish people on their birthday using LinkedIn platform. LinkedIn also gives you an option that you would want to send this if you have synced your Gmail account with your LinkedIn. It will also give you an option for you to send the wishes either through LinkedIn as a message or via email ID. So let's say I am sending it through my email. It becomes all the more personalized. The other way that you can use your LinkedIn contacts is by searching for relevant tags. For example, I am looking for people in my connections only to Chennai. It will just list down all the connections from Chennai out there. So it says about 1,125 connections are from Chennai who I can connect with. I can list down connections on the basis of their designation. That's the most interesting thing out here. So if I'm looking for connecting with only co-founder and CEO, so here are about close to 11 people who I can connect with. I can message them and strike a conversation with them. So it's one of the best people relationship management tool, or I would say professional relationship management tool, which I often use. Whenever I am on LinkedIn, I use LinkedIn to connect with people. That's my core focus on a day-to-day basis. I have joined many groups out there, and I also always contribute my opinion as well as my content on these groups. I use LinkedIn for employer branding. I follow I promote my company's content, and I request my employees to also promote the company's content. And that's one of the core focus of most of the training programs on personal branding on social media, where employees are asked to promote content of the company on the social media channels. So you always have your weekly goals, how many connections that you want to make. 40 connections, 20 number of people that you are going to bring from the groups or from the email IDs that you have or from Twitter, by letting those guys know that you are on LinkedIn and inviting them to be part of your LinkedIn network when you search for people in followerwonk.com, which was a tool introduced in the last video out there. So start building your connections on LinkedIn. Imagine if you have 5 connections per day in 365 days out there, you're going to have close to about 1,000 plus connections in a year. So grow your network on LinkedIn. Download LinkedIn mobile applications on your mobile phone, which will make it all the more effective as a platform for you. Now on LinkedIn, it is essential that you keep it very active, and for which you can share regular updates on LinkedIn. I always share interesting digital marketing insights as well as organizations' achievements. It helps me position my company amongst my network out there. So if I have a blog post to share, it's the same way how you make a tweet. You can also share your blog post with people and use relevant hashtags. Hashtags are also activated on LinkedIn out here. So when you publish a blog, you can always go and share the blog with people on LinkedIn. I can also post this update to groups simultaneously. So while it is being shared as an update, I can share this on various groups. So it becomes all the more easier for me. I don't have to individually go to these groups. If I'm already part of these groups, I just have to type down the name of these groups out here, pick the right groups, and share this particular article in my network as well as in the communities that I have joined. In my network as well as in the groups that I have joined. So you should make close to about 3 to 4 updates on LinkedIn every week. One update a day is a great idea. It would be great if you share your updates in the morning, because it's told that people are very active on LinkedIn in the morning hours when they are traveling. So, or when they want to discover news. CXO level people are more active and prominent on LinkedIn than the youngsters at this point of time. So youngsters are actually millennials are actually getting on the bandwagon while they are looking for jobs. So that's when they are discovering LinkedIn as a platform. So LinkedIn will replace resumes. It is already replacing in various places with time. So you need to have an effective LinkedIn profile for your professional branding. So I hope this session helped you in some way in polishing your LinkedIn profile. I look forward to connect with you on LinkedIn. My email ID is Saurav, SORAV @echovme.in. Please drop me an email out there and I would love to connect with you.